Hi, I'm Debbie Reese. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm your chapter manager. It's been my pleasure to serve you for the past 2.5 years, and hopefully well into the future. We are so excited that you could join us here tonight. Please take time to look through our auction items, and thank you for donating toys through our Amazon link. We'll have that for you in the chat, and we look forward to seeing you throughout 2021. Thanks again. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Let's get this party started.
Cheers!
Thank you all for joining us tonight. And for those of you who are watching us via our live Zoom watch party, you too may be winners, as we're giving away $1,000 for those who are on our Zoom call. Stay tuned in the chat as you'll see who Debbie will call for award winners throughout the night. I want to take a second to thank our executive board this year. Our Vice President of Membership, Mark Moore. Our Vice President of Finance, Brent Bean, our Vice President of Communication, Jim Amadon, and our Vice President of Programs, Penny Johnson, and our Member at Large, Dean Stanberry. Without these members, our association wouldn't be successful. Good evening. I'd like to thank you all for joining us for our annual IFMA holiday party. It's not quite the party that we planned. In fact, it's not even Plan Z. With the new restrictions in place with COVID-19, we had to yet again make adjustments. And in the spirit of IFMA, we put together tonight to highlight the stars of our chapter. 2020 has been a challenging year, and it wouldn't be right not to acknowledge the fact that it has been overwhelming to see the challenges this year has presented. Seeing through 2020 has brought lenses that we would have never expected to look through. We've experienced heartache, social unrest, constant worry, and in the midst of a pandemic are indifferent to the ability of being essential workers. But all that sounds dark and terrible, and while this year has been tough, and I mean really tough, there are highlights, and there's a lot of them. And we've had the challenge brought to us to get our creative juices flowing, to stay relevant. We provided light to frontline workers by donating over 215 meals. We donated more backpacks than ever before. We gave time to further our education, and we learned as much as we could. And we won. I mean, we really won. We won the large chapter of the year, and that's kind of a big deal. And we are a big deal. We're here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of our members, and tonight we wanted to put on a little sparkle so that we could see them shine. Just like last year, tonight's entertainment was going to be provided to you by the executive board, but when I brought up the tap shoes and started the routine and suddenly Brent was traveling again, Mark dusted off his crutches and got back on, and Jim just kept saying I was on mute. Penny just tiptoed away, and Darren was all in and then changed jobs. So it was just going to be me on a tap solo, and well, just so you know, I'm still recovering from knee surgery. So I'm saving our jib jab voluntold dance for next year's board. I'm sure they'll be amazing. Every year our holiday party gets better and better. And even though this isn't the format we thought, I want to thank everyone for coming together, quickly pivoting, and bringing together tonight. It would not be possible without our executive board, without all of the members of our board, and without our special Debbie. Tonight is a time to gather with friends, family, and coworkers, where we normally take silly pictures, but tonight we gather far and still together, even though we're apart. Hopefully we're thankful for all that we have and take the time to be thankful for your community. I'd like to welcome Max Siegel to tell you a little bit about our silent auction and our toy drive and introduce the representatives of the charity that we're contributing tonight.
Hi. My name is Max Siegel, and I'm one of the co-chairs for the IFMA Community Service Committee. 2020 has been quite a year, and we weren't able to accomplish everything that we had hoped, but we still got quite a bit done. We were able to collect supplies and stuff over 145 backpacks, which was a record-breaking year for our school supply drive. We helped the Girl Scouts as they were delivering their cookies, and now we're gearing up for our annual toy drive and silent auction. This year, the silent auction beneficiary is Porchlight, a family justice center. Here's a short video that tells you a little bit about them.
Thank you for calling. If you are in immediate danger, hang up and dial 911. For domestic violence services, press 1. For
Being the
assault,
victim
press
of
2.
abuse
Child
of
or
any
elder
kind
abuse, press
is hard
3.
enough.
Human trafficking,
Getting
press
help
4.
shouldn't
All
be.
other services, press 5.
Unfortunately, today in Jefferson and Gilpin counties, many victims of abuse must travel long distances between the array of helpful agencies just to get the basic support, the critical attention, and all the services they need. On top of all this, these same victims or survivors of abuse must juggle childcare and maybe even a job, often without a car or anyone to help them. Alone, exhausted, and overwhelmed, many give up and stay in their abusive and dangerous situations.
Where the hell have you been?
But you can be a part of changing this. Donate today and help open the doors to Jefferson and Gilpin County's new Family Justice Center, Portslight. All the critical services and agencies victims of abuse need, all in one safe and convenient location.
Hi, I'm Darren Rose, immediate past president of the Denver chapter. Just want to say how much of a privilege it has been to serve on the board these last 10 years. You, the members, are the best worldwide. You are part of the award-winning Denver chapter. Congratulations.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. And for those of you who are joining us via our live Zoom party, thanks for spending your night with us. And you too may be winners tonight because we're giving away $1,000 for people who are watching our Zoom call. So stay tuned to our chat where you may be able to see who the winners are and claim your prizes.
Please log on to the silent auction. Spend some money for the Tennyson Center for Children. It's a great charity. Don't let me be the only one buying all the good gifts. Chip in. Spend the money that you're not spending at the bars.
My name is Ned Breslin, and I'm the president and CEO of the Tennyson Center for Children. Since 1904, we have been working with children and families who experience trauma from abuse and neglect. We help them heal, reintegrate back into society, and thrive. Children and families experiencing trauma have been really hit hard by current events. COVID has made them more isolated, has taken them away from their already fragile safety nets, and has made it harder to do things like therapy and school and all of that foundational work that children need. The racial tensions in our country have been also significant. Most of the children in Tennyson are children of color. They are scared, they are worried for the future, and we are trying to figure out ways to not only support them, but improve as an organization that understands how central the issue of race is to their healing journeys. So during the pandemic, donors have leaned in radically new ways with unrestricted funding because they know that the needs of children and families are not clear right now. And so they have given us the amazing gift of liberated funding so we can identify what individual families need and provide that support in the most creative ways possible so that they can continue to heal. The donor community, our friends are standing with children in radically new ways and expecting of us, and this is beautiful, expecting us to help them make the transition from the nightmare that we are seeing right now. And they're giving us the liberty and the freedom to be creative to do so.
In 2020, we are continuing with the tradition of honoring those members of our association who have received their professional credentials for the SFP, FMP, and CFM. Those who have received their CFM are those members who have received their FMP are and those members who have received their SFP are Congratulations to all of those who have received their credentials in 2020. That is quite an accomplishment. As we move into the chapter awards of our program, I'd like to thank both Byron Edwards and Debbie Reese for compiling our nominations and votes. Due to the last-minute changes this year with COVID-19, we will be delivering the awards to each of our winners. Thank you so much for everybody for taking the time to be with us tonight. Our first award of the evening tonight is for the outstanding contribution by a professional member. It is awarded to a professional member for exceptional service while serving in the position of responsibility in the Denver chapter and support of the chapter's mission, their vision, and our strategic goals. Previous winners of this award include Darren Rose, Denise Drager, Jim Amadon, Brett Seibel, and Vimal Mitchell. The nominees for this year were Byron Edwards, Lisa Vanderheyden, and Ed Schroeder. And the winner is Lisa Vanderheyden. Congratulations. This year, I have the honor of presenting this award to Lisa Vanderheyden with Arapahoe County Facilities and Fleet. Lisa has been a long contributor of our chapter and is always there to welcome you with a warm smile and quick to pass along words of encouragement. In 2020, Lisa became an IFMA qualified instructor and began teaching the Leadership and Strategy course and the Operations and Maintenance course this summer. Not shying away from the challenges that were presented by COVID-19, Lisa, along with other instructors, jumped on the opportunity to restart these FMP courses. Not only is Lisa qualified to teach in person, but she's also qualified to teach virtually, and she has taught virtual classes this fall. Lisa has proven to be an incredible resource for our chapter and an instructor with rave reviews. She continues to go above and beyond as an instructor and is a member that truly represents the Denver chapter of IFMA. Lisa's achievements and devotion to the professional development efforts are in keeping with the chapter's customs of connecting, advancing, and promoting the facility management profession. Please help me congratulate Lisa.
Thanks so much, Lori. I'm pretty excited about this. I have been nominated before, but there are so many distinguished members who do so much for this chapter. I just really hadn't ever expected to win. So thanks to those who nominated me, those who voted for me, to the education team for welcoming me in. This chapter is unique and outstanding and different from many, as I've been finding in my connections across the country, across the world. And it's because of the personalities in this chapter that I've had the opportunities I've had to give back. And the more I give, the more I get back. So I really appreciate the opportunity to share my passion for FM, for IFMA, for project management with students, with new people coming in, and the community in general. Thanks so much.
Over the past 2.5 years, one thing that's made our chapter really special is we have a Debbie. And we're so blessed to have Debbie working with us day in and day out to make our chapter succeed. During my presidency, Debbie has been my right-hand woman and helped us continue to be successful as a chapter. I'm so honored to have her by my side, and I would love to give her these small tokens of our appreciation.
Thank you so much.
In a normal year, we'd have the opportunity to be in front of everybody and thank you for being here, and to have the opportunity for Debbie to welcome you all as part of our chapter. But unfortunately, due to COVID, we're not able to. But I wanted to say thank you and really appreciate all that you have done for us this year.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The second award this year goes for the outstanding contribution by an associate member. It's awarded to the associate member for exceptional service while serving in a position of responsibility in the Denver chapter of IFMA, in the support of the chapter's vision, mission, and strategic goals. Previous winners of this award include Penny Johnson, Crystal Ackerman, Sondra Langston, and Max Siegel. The nominations for this year's award were Mark Moore and Lauren Fry. And the winner is Mark Moore. Congratulations. Mark is the Vice President of Membership and has always come to the table with new ideas. He's quickly got involved and demonstrated that his leadership brings a balanced approach to both the board and the executive board. Mark goes out of his way to make sure that members of the association feel welcomed and know that they can lean on him as they make their way through the chapter. Mark has been a leader in identifying new leadership avenues for members within the chapter and is a key member of the association. He has been instrumental in understanding the chapter goals and being involved in developing plans and ideas to strategically get there. Mark's contributions to the Chapter of the Year submission helped secure the 2020 Chapter of the Year award. And under his leadership as VP of Membership, we have experienced the highest membership numbers in our chapter's history. Congratulations, Mark.
Thanks, Lori. It's a true honor to be recognized by my peers in the association. IFMA has been a great organization to participate in over the last 8 years, and I'm so grateful for everybody's support and encouragement. Thanks so much. Have a great year.
Our third award tonight goes to the outstanding contribution by a new member. This is awarded to a professional or an associate member for exceptional service while serving in a position of responsibility in the Denver chapter of IFMA in support of the chapter's mission, vision, and strategic goals. Previous winners of this award include Bethany Crack, Matt Richter, Alex Singer, Trista Little, and Ryan Hill. The nominees for this year's award were Sarah Edison and Cody Goodson. And the winner is Cody Goodson. Congratulations. Since joining IFMA in 2019, Cody has quickly become a member that is always willing to help and bringing new ideas to the table. She has stepped up to the co-chair of the programs committee and has worked tirelessly with the team to ensure the programs stay relevant as we navigate the challenges of COVID-19. Cody is always volunteering to help and has brought some incredible energy to the association. Her excitement and infectious personality contribute to the success of the Denver chapter, and Cody represents the kind of member that will continue to propel our chapter into the future with success. We are excited to see Cody continue as a member and to be a leader in the chapter. Congratulations, Cody.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to say happy holidays and thank you for nominating me for the outstanding contribution this year. I really didn't expect to get an award or have a holiday party this year, so having a virtual party is really awesome. Thank you so much for considering me for this opportunity. Thanks Programs Committee for your involvement and for keeping us all afloat this year. And thanks to the Denver chapter for your support and your participation this year. We had a really great time and I'm looking forward to seeing how everything goes in 2021. Thanks.
Our fourth award tonight is the Outstanding Professional Corporation Participation and Support of the Chapter Award. It is presented to a professional corporation for exceptional service while supporting and/or sponsoring the Denver chapter of IFMA in support of the chapter's mission, vision, and strategic goals of the operational and financial perspective. Previous winners of this award include Vimal Mitchell, Dennis Supple, and Brett Seibel. This year, the nominees for the award are Myrnan Franzek with the Girl Scouts and Brent Bean with Visa. And the award goes to Myrnan Franzek. Congratulations. Myrnan is a quiet leader that holds our chapter together. In the background, Myrnan is always providing support and history and helping keep our chapter at the best it can be. She never ceases to bring ideas to the table and is always willing to lend a hand. The Girl Scouts have always been a huge supporter of Myrnan's involvement and in the chapter as a whole. Prior to COVID, the Girl Scouts had generously hosted our board meetings and had also allowed us one of their campsites for our chapter retreat. Unfortunately, due to COVID, our chapter retreat did not get to come to fruition. But the Girl Scouts have been a major supporter in IFMA for many years, and Myrnan's involvement has been pivotal to our chapter. Myrnan has presented this award for exceptional service while supporting and sponsoring the Denver chapter of IFMA in support of our chapter's mission, vision, and strategic goals. Congratulations, Myrnan.
Thank you, Lori. The Girl Scouts of Colorado and I want to thank all my fellow IFMA members for voting for us for the outstanding corporate contribution to the chapter. Girl Scouts of Colorado emphasizes leadership with the girls, and so being a part of IFMA all these years really ties in with that, and that's part of why they support me in IFMA, because they recognize the leadership qualities that our chapter provides. I just want to remind everybody that the silent auction is still happening this year, even though a lot of our events are virtual. So make sure that you do participate. I've found a lot of great bargains in the silent auction before, and I'm sure they'll have them again this year. And then also, please remember to buy those Girl Scout cookies when they come out in February. Thanks again.
Our fifth award tonight is the Outstanding Associate Corporation Participation and Support of the Chapter Award. It is presented to a company for exceptional service as an associate corporation partner while supporting and/or sponsoring the Denver chapter of IFMA in the chapter's mission, vision, and strategic goals. Previous award winners include Tammy Anderson, Mike Larkin, Crystal Ackerman, Lori Libby, and Chris Miller. The nominees this year for the award are Professional Restoration, Denver Commercial Property Services, All Phase Restoration, and Allied Universal. And the award goes to Mark Moore and All Phase Restoration. Mark has no doubt been a rising star of the chapter, and his participation in the chapter has been supported by his company. He has taken time to participate in various committees, and he has worked really hard to be a leader in our chapter. Mark understands that one of the key components of our chapter is education and the credentialing of our professional members. He has taken time to participate in the education committee. When COVID-19 struck, IFMA was left with students who wanted to have in-person classes, with most locations would not allow training on their site. Mark and All Phase Restoration quickly volunteered their space to host in-person classes. All Phase was able to provide a safe place that met CDC guidelines for in-person meetings, allowing students to feel comfortable for credentialing courses. The success of our chapter is contributed to companies like All Phase Restoration, who continually support connecting, advancing, and promoting the facility profession. Congratulations, Mark.
Lori, again, thank you so much for this great honor. All Phase is so pleased to be the recipient of this. The members of IFMA have been hugely beneficial to our organization, from all of the associate members across the Denver market that have been instrumental in helping us grow by introducing us to professional members throughout the industry. And obviously to all of our professional members, I can't thank you enough for those of you who have reached out to us and allowed us to help you in your time of need. I can't thank you all enough. On behalf of All Phase Restoration, thanks so much.
Our sixth award tonight is the Lou Doyle Distinguished Member Award. It is awarded to a chapter member for exceptional service as the Denver chapter of IFMA member while providing sustainable, outstanding leadership to the chapter of IFMA, an IFMA council or community, or the association at the international level. Someone who is highly valued by his or her company, IFMA, and the facility management profession, who keeps current on the changes in the facility management profession and educates other facility managers. Recipients demonstrate the best leadership and ethics. Previous winners of this award include Darren Rose, Lori Libby, Brent Bean, Dean Stanberry. The nominees for this year's award were Carolyn McGarry and Darren Rose. And the award goes to Carolyn McGarry. This year, I'm humbled to be presenting the award to someone who has helped guide me and mentor me and is a distinguished member of the chapter, Carolyn McGarry. To go through Carolyn's list of accomplishments would have us here all night, and if you don't know this Wonder Woman, I would suggest that you spend some time getting to know her. Her significant efforts to recruit and inspire the next generations of FMs while also teaching current professionals and working her full-time job, Carolyn is definitely the definition of IFMA. She really is a Wonder Woman. Carolyn continues to be a leader in the chapter and has taken on the heavy lift of reaching out to the youngest members of our society to introduce them to the world of FM. Carolyn is well respected in the IFMA community and continues to be a resource for our chapter. Under her leadership as president and past president, she helps propel the chapter to new heights and brought an exciting vision to our chapter. She's always willing to help and is quite the legend without Wonder Woman cape. The award is the highest award for the chapter and honors Lou Doyle, who was a distinguished member of our chapter. The legacy of Lou Doyle lives on in the award and all of the award winners, and especially in Carolyn. Congratulations, Carolyn.
Thank you guys so much. COVID's really brought a lot of changes, one of them being having to give an acceptance speech. I would drag a few people up here with me, except they tell me it's for only one person, and Dean Stanberry, who helped me a lot with this project, won it last year, so you're off the hook, Dean. This has been a lot of fun. The project that really pushed this forward was our partnership with the IFMA Foundation, doing a talent development pipeline program, getting young students into FM and interested. It was the first of its kind, and it's already being repeated in New York City, as well as it has laid the groundwork for us to do even more here in the Denver chapter. So keep your eyes and ears open. If you wanted to learn how to teach or to teach the next generation of FM, there is an opportunity coming for you regarding that. Thank you guys, and don't forget to check the silent auction.
Our final of the award tonight is the Facility Management Achievement Award. The Facility Management Achievement Award is awarded to a facility manager and/or team who has demonstrated outstanding efforts, ideas, and/or completed projects that have had a substantial positive effect on the success of their company, organization, vision, and their strategic plan. Previous award winners include Byron Edwards, Vimal Mitchell, Darren Rose, and Jane Drews Churchill. We had some incredible entries this year, and the nominees for this year's award were Arapahoe County, the Denver Art Museum, and the Denver Broncos. And the award goes to Brett Seibel and the Denver Broncos Engineering and Operational Team. In 2020, Brett and his team, in conjunction with their vendors and contractors, have accomplished an astonishing amount of projects. In response to COVID-19, and in addition to all of the normal projects the facility team manages from April 1st to September 1st, the team of 11, along with their vendors and contractors, went to task to get the 1.9 million square feet building ready for football season. They had to quickly make modifications and make the stadium safe for players, staff, and ultimately the fans that would return to the building. The team took the challenge seriously and went to work to research the best practices that could be implemented into the stadium, and ultimately completed over 170 projects in just a short amount of time. To give you an idea of some of the projects they completed, let me highlight a few. They removed 598 sinks and replaced them with new antimicrobial porcelain. They installed over 2,880 square feet of restroom dividers for sinks and urinals. They installed over 1,200 square feet of adhesive plastic for blocking off sinks and toilets. They installed 725 automatic hand sanitizer stations throughout the building. They installed 230 bipolar ionization units in all heat pumps throughout the building, and installed 100 standalone bipolar ionization units in all public restrooms throughout the building. They produced and installed over 40,000 COVID-related signage decals, from social distancing floor decals to hard signages throughout the facility. While completing these projects in response to COVID-19, the team also completed a number of sustainability projects and electrical projects that resulted in cost savings for the entire building and allowed it to run more efficiently. Brett and the team at the Broncos have been great partners, and as members of our chapter, in what has felt like a very dark time in our world, the team went to work to bring some sense of normalcy back to Broncos country. For this team, this year was more than just doing the job. It was about doing everything possible within guidelines to allow the opportunity to get back to the game. They worked hard and fast to support Broncos country and all of those who supported them as the greatest fans in the NFL. They took the challenges presented by COVID-19 and quickly became the front runner in the league with their innovative ideas and meticulous execution on all of these projects.
Thank you, Lori. We humbly accept this award on behalf of the Engineering Ops Department for the Denver Broncos. One big shout out to the Denver Art Museum in Arapahoe County. I know that they were up for this award as well, and they did some amazing things at their facility, so a round of applause for those guys. One quick thing, we won't stay long, but our team did some amazing things this year. I couldn't bring the whole team, but we brought a few, just with everything that's going on. Big shout out to the operations department, Kirk Godfrey, Stephen Morris, conversion team. They help procure and order everything from the touchless hand sanitizer stations to the soap dispensers and the paper towel dispensers. and kind of pass it over to the electrical team, where they helped install a lot of the touchless hand sanitizers around the stadium, on top of doing their normal routine and projects including LED retrofits of our ramps and wall packs downstairs in the basement. Huge shout out to the HVAC department, and Jeremiah and Tim. They were able to install 230 bipolar ionization units in all the heat pumps around the building. They did that by themselves, along with 26 air handlers where they oversaw contractors installing the ionization there. And in the restrooms where we didn't have ionization, to make the air safe in the entire building, they helped install 100 units in that area. So a round of applause for Jeremiah on that and his team. Big shout out to Kurt Norton in the plumbing team and Mike Hernandez. It was going into the year, our goal was really just to hit level 5 at sinks and faucets, and I believe there's 592 just on level 5. And that morphed into all the toilets and urinals on level 5, plus the entire building. So we ended up doing 1,000 plus units in the entire building, somehow still made in time for game day. So huge thank you to Kurt on that. Kevin and Craig, Flex and General Maintenance, those guys install all the partitions you see throughout the building. So when you go in the stadium to the restrooms, you'll see all the partitions and the plastic wrap. Big shout out to those guys. Big shout out to Megan and Harmony in the graphics department. They produced and installed over 40,000 decals and signs in the whole building. Impressive. Big shout out to Madeline Pedro in our ops department. She helped organize the 60 miles of banding that we installed in the seats to create safe pods for all the fans for the game. And last but not least, shout out to Dan Robinson in the projects department, James Heinrichs. They completed over 170 projects this year to get ready for the season, even chipped away at some in the future just with no staff in the building, allowed them to get a little head start. So huge feat on your end, but we humbly accept the award, and this award goes to the folks in the trenches that truly did all the work. A shout out to Matt Shine. He's one that really helped us get information, get it in, get it approved so we could actually get these amazing jobs done this year to make it safe for the fans.
I'm excited tonight to announce our 2021 and 2022 leadership team. Earlier this year, there was a slate put forth and you all voted on what our executive board looks like. I'm excited to announce to you that the next president will be Mark Moore. Our vice president of membership will be Chris Morgan. Our vice president of finance will be Dennis Supple. And our vice president of communications will be Jim Amadon. And our vice president of programs will be Penny Johnson. And our member at large, Brent Bean. Congratulations to our 2021 and 2022 leadership. We look forward to seeing your success and the chapter succeed. And lastly, thanks again for joining us tonight in this special format that we put together. We hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and cheers to 2020. Thank you.
Cheers!